One of the things that gives us all a lot of like anxiety and stress and we get really nervous about is when it's time for us to start thinking about our Instagram. And when we start thinking about our Instagram, we start thinking about what to post, especially if you're a beginner in like any industry, e-commerce industry, especially skincare. What are you going to post? How are you going to build this Instagram? How are you going to draw followers in? What should I post? If that's what you're thinking right now, definitely keep watching, because I'm going to go over 30 Instagram posts that you can use on your Instagram. I'll also show you a few examples of what I used to post on my skincare Instagram or overall, so you can have an idea of what to do. So let's begin. All right, so I have all my posts listed out here. So if I'm looking down, that's why, but I'm gonna share them all with you. So let's begin with the first one. So first one you want to go into is a very important one, a one that I think a lot of people underrate. Post your behind the scenes. Literally, when I was starting out, I would just post myself creating stuff. So what that means is, if you're a handmade skincare business, go ahead and record yourself creating the things. And also make sure, if you're recording yourself creating the thing, at least make sure that your surroundings are clean, you are using gloves, and you're being very, just make sure it's clean. That's all. But record yourself doing these things and post little mini clips of the behind the scenes. Post clips of you testing out the product before it comes on the market. Post clips of you working on it. Post clips of you packaging the product, like putting the product in its container. Post pics of you, or videos, because now it's Instagram, so it's video season, 2022, 2023, it's video time. So post a video of you putting on the labels, post a video of you creating the labels, creating the product. Just post your behind the scenes. Post a video of you taking the packages to UPS, to post a video of you taking the putting the products inside the package, putting your products inside the box, getting ready for shipment. Those videos do very well. I'm pretty sure you've seen this type of video in your news feed before, and didn't you stop? Yeah, I'm sure you did stop, because most of the time they usually stop because it's interesting. So definitely post these type of videos. This one was a very good one for me. I underestimated this, how to use your products. So for me, when I started, I was a bit shy. I'm like, I don't want to post those type of videos. I don't want to show my face. But if you are the owner of the business, you don't have a lot of customers yet, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and shy away from it? Post yourself using the products, young lady or sir. You need to go record yourself using the product, because it says not just using the product, how to use the product. So with this, you can do an actual video step by step of how to use the product. Step 1, cleanse your face. Step 2, do this, and record yourself doing this and post it on our reel. So a lot of times what we think is common sense is not really common sense. Sometimes our customers have questions, so you're going to have to answer these questions. Make sure your Instagram can answer these questions. So that is why I say post how to use it. So you can do a video of this, and you can also do a carousel of this. So just posting regular carousels to go with the video. So for example, you posted a video, maybe a video reel of how to use it. Make sure there's a carousel on your Instagram written of how to use it step by step, written out, so people can read that. So you can cater to both audience, the one who wants to read it and the one who wants to see it. And after you do this, you can add these to your highlights. So maybe this highlight may be titled product facts, or product tutorials, something like that, and put it in your highlights so it's easily accessible, or you can pin it to the top of your Instagram. So that's a lot of tip packed in one, but I did say I was going to go in detail in each of them, because a lot of time I see these what to post on Instagram videos, and then I'm just like, okay, I have the what to post, but I kind of need, like, if you're like me, you need a little walkthrough, just a few examples to help to get that push, right? So that's what I'm doing here. Next is the texture of your product. What do I mean by that? Have you been on Instagram and you've seen those videos of people like really up close of their product, skincare, or even if they do sewing or anything, they zoom in really close to it and you see the textiles. If it's sewing and if it's skincare, you actually see the texture. So if you're doing body scrubs, you want to zoom into the scrub and post that texture. Post your hand inside of it, or post a scoop or something of you mixing it so they can see the texture, because we're visual. A lot of us are like visual creatures, so we want to see things, and sometimes when we can see it and see the texture, the customer might be inclined to buy it or ask you more questions, or if they see this on the reel, they want to go on your page because they have questions, they want to know what it is, things like that. So make sure you get the texture. That's a different post idea. Also, when you post these textures or these posts in the description, I might do a different video about what to write in the description. But in the description, just be short. It doesn't have to be fully short, but just explain, this is a body scrub, X, Y, and if it's on reels, if it's a body scrub, more on my page or in my highlights, something along that line, so people know where to go. Or make it the pin comment, because a lot of people are going to ask questions, and make it the pin comment. This is X, Y, and Z. It's on my profile. I say that because sometimes, how many times have you been scrolling on Instagram, you see something in real and you have questions, you're like, what the hell is this? It doesn't really say much in the description. And when you put up the description in Instagram, it's probably changed now. Sometimes it's a lot. So if it's in the comment section, because that's where a lot of people go first, so you can make your pinned comment something relating to the post, your product, something that you would want your customers to know. Next, you want to post your product being used. This goes hand in hand with, I think, the one that I talked about, how to use it. Literally post it being like, people want to see you use it, like they want to see it in action. I know a lot of time you purchase things, even if it's clothes, you want to see it on that model. You want to see somebody walking around. You want to see regular people putting on whatever it is and see how it fit them, what size they bought, see how they feel about it. That's what you want to know. So it's the same thing with your skincare. If you have any product at all, you need to show it being used, because I need to know this is an actual product that's being used. So that means if it's skincare, you're selling a face scrub, I need to see a video of you using that face scrub, or somebody using that spray for a real person, or you just using it and just expressing how you feel and see how your face feel after that. Visuals, you need visuals. So put that thing on your face. And I used to be very shy in the beginning as well, and I didn't want to post my face on my Instagram. But once I started to do that, I did get, it probably wasn't like a couple hundred, but I was getting a lot more engagement that way. So show even if you don't want to show your face, get somebody else to use it and post that video of them using the product, because we want to see it in action. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of things that you have purchased before, and the reason why you purchased it, and the reason why you purchased that is because you saw it in action. So therefore, you need to use your products, put it in action, record yourself, put in the product to go to use, and post this, because that is content, and that is content that will convert. It might not convert right away, but if you post something like that on Reels, it will convert to somebody being on your profile, which they can go through and then follow you, or might be interested in purchasing something. So that means if you're not posting how to use your product and your profile, you need to start now. If you're not posting, if you don't have any customers, that's not an excuse for you to not post your product being used. You're your customer at this point. You're not, but you know what I mean. You're your billboard. You're the billboard. So get that face scrub, body scrub, whatever it is, lotion, body butter, whatever it is you sell. Open up some and use it so we can see it in action. Next, you want to use customer review. What I mean by that, how you even get reviews, you just start. Okay, you just start, so that's an excuse. You're making an excuse talking about you just start. If you just started your products, that means that you tested it before. You probably gave it to people to test it out. So if you gave this product to someone else to test out and they gave you feedback, that's a review right there. Yep, that's a review. You can use that, screenshot, cut it up, use that and post it on your page, and there you go. You have a review to post on your page. I'm going to show you, I don't know where it's going to be, here, wherever it is, example of me doing that on my page. And I used to do it all the time, post them all the time. Listen, People like reviews. Post up your reviews. Do not hold them. As long as sometimes ask the customer, you know, can I share this review? Share it. Also ask them to review the product. When they review the product, then can I share it? Share the review. If you have a website and they only leave reviews on the website, it's 2020, it's 2020 something right now, 22, 23, whatever it is, you can screenshot that, crop it out, nice like a background, it's on your page. So that's not an excuse. If you do have customers and you have not been posting reviews, then you've been lacking, and it's okay. We lack sometime in the beginning. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Just start posting those reviews, because your customers, potential customers, they want to see, just like how they want to see people using it, just like how they want to know how to use it, they want to see reviews. They love testimonials. They love to see other people use something and have great things to say about it. That's like the digital word of mouth kind of way. Think about it like that. So post those reviews. Don't hold back. You know, post a review on your page. And this is something that I did and I saw great results from. And on top of that, I see a lot of other pages do this, and pages, like, trust me, when you're thinking about things to post, think about the people that you buy from. Think about people that you purchase things from, because that's what I do. Because when I'm trying to purchase something, I have to see reviews. I'm going back to who used this, what did it feel like, did you like it, did you have a return, was it bad, your skin set, like, I want to know everything. I want to know everything. I want to know what they went through. So post those reviews. Answer these questions before they even ask them. Next, you want to know what you're going to post next? You need to post, it's right here, hold on. Informational post. Yeah, I don't know. I just looked at this and I don't know, I'm gonna forget. Anyways, you need to post informational post. What do I mean by informational post? Before you get all, you know, your anxiety start going crazy, or you just get overwhelmed because you're like, informational post, what do I post? Think about it. Post what your product does. Like, I know this is a scrub. What it do? Okay, you're probably like, oh, that's common sense. It's a scrub. It scrubs. Like, you know, it exfoliates. You know that, but come on. Still tell them that. You might be surprised to realize how much people don't know that's what your product does. Like, if your product is a scrub and it scrubs, it sounds silly, but you might be surprised to find that some people don't even know that. Like, they want to know, what does it scrub? Is it scrubbing my butt cheeks? Is it scrubbing my face? What is it scrubbing? What is it getting off of me? What is the purpose of this? Why am I scrubbing this? Like, tell them what your product does. What problem does the product fix? Okay, you can say, you know, if you have dry, flaky skin, you can use this scrub to smooth out those dry skin, those dry patches and things. You can use a scrub to smooth out that. And because this scrub does what it does, and it exfoliates, and it's also moisturized, because that's what I used to say, you know, it exfoliates and it's moisturized, because I had certain oils in there that does that. So yeah, it's scrub, exfoliate, it's moisturizes your skin, and it helps to get rid of, you know, dry, flaky skin, and, you know, old skin, things like that. You have to tell them what it does. So tell your customers what the product does. It doesn't have to be skincare. I keep saying skincare because that's the industry I'm in, but it doesn't have to be skincare. Whatever it is that you're doing, this is like across the board. What does your product do? Why is this not in your Instagram? Come on, tell me what your product does on your Instagram page so I know. I don't think it's common sense. Common sense to you because you made the product or own the product isn't common sense to the customer. So tell them the product, tell them the problem that this product fixes. Right? That's going to be an Instagram post. Okay? All right. So this one is a good one. I did this all the time, but I feel like this is probably underrated as well, or not used, because a lot of us, when we have certain ingredients in our products, especially skincare, it's like, hush, hush, I don't want nobody to know what's in my products, because I don't want nobody to steal my ingredients. But you don't know that they can't steal your ingredients because they don't know how much percentage you use, so therefore they can't make the same product. But I get where you're coming from. Like, I understand. But your customers need to know what's going on in their body. You need to know, if you use peanut in that, your customers need to know why you use the peanut, even though some people have peanut allergies. But that's neither here nor there. If your customer, like, think about it. If there's avocado oil in it, you know, your customer, you can educate them like, why does this product have avocado in it? Not that they're upset that it has avocado oil in it, but why does it have it in it? Why does this product have avocado oil in it? What is this avocado oil going to do for me? Like, what is the point of having avocado oil in the product? So you need to then make a post saying, you know, make a post of, I'm gonna show a picture of mine of avocado, and then, you know, let's do like, avocado has a lot of benefits, the oil. So you don't even, this could be like 3 different posts on 3 different days, right? You can write out few of the benefits. In the avocado oil is highly moisturizing. If you have really dry skin, it helps with really dry skin, and this is why we use avocado oil in X. So I use this in this product because it does this to help that. Simple. And now you've educated your customers, and your customers are like, okay, wow, this is avocado oil is in this, and this is what it does, and I have this problem, so that means it will try to help that, right? So educate your customers on the ingredients in their products, okay, in your products. And if it's not skincare, you know, let's say it's clothing, what material it is made of. So maybe it's stretchy, what is that, spandex? I think that's spandex, the stretchy material, whatever that material is. But you know where I'm going at. Yeah, it has this material in there, so it's gonna stretch. Oh, it's jeans, so you know it's probably not stretchy jeans. You know what I'm saying? You get the drift, right? You get the idea. You get where I'm going with this. Educate your customers on what's in your product, what is used to make it, because they need to know that. If you look at some big brands and look at their pages, they tell you what's inside of them. If I can pull up a few of them, I'm gonna throw them up here. But they tell you, you know, them tell you like the key ingredients, right? The key ingredients, where you know, say that a push your product, they tell you the key ingredients that's in their product, and you can do the same. So don't sleep on sharing a few ingredients and the benefits of this ingredient. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it just because you want to be secretive. I hope you can hear me. But yeah, next, here it is. If it's a particular season, the season can be a selling point, and it can be a post, because whatever season it is, that can literally create multiple posts for you. If that's your marketing, you can use the season to create multiple posts, right? Because you can go ahead and you can say it's fall now, right? It's fall. You know, you can have fall scented butters. You can play on the scents and, you know, things what people like in this season. So you can play on that. So with that, like, it's fall, it's like getting winter now, so it's getting cold. If you sell lotions and body butter, this is our season. Like, people, this is when people want things. They want those things because they need to stay. They have super dry skin in the winter. Play on the season. You're like, you know, it is winter, you know, be like, you're gonna test the season of body butter season. Dry skin, flaky skin, you know, it gets worse during the winter season, and this is why we created X. Use X to help with that extra dry skin in the winter. Use X to combat the eczema flaring up in the winter. Use X, like, milk the season, okay? Especially now, winter time, it is for body butters, lotions. Milk the season. And if you have other products, you might be able to milk the season too. And if you have other products, you can also milk the season by just probably using it as a sale, or saying, you know, if it's clothing, you know, fall clothing, like, let me get something that's really different. Maybe if you're like, let's say you're selling knives and you're like, oh shit, it's fall. Well, how am I gonna milk the season? Holiday cooking, Thanksgiving, Christmas, just dinner, family time, all of them, something like, milk the season. Use the season as a way to push and create posts. This next one is also piggybacks off of the first one. Post the packaging process of your products. That goes hand in hand, but you never know who will miss it. Post the packaging process of your products. This is a good one, underestimated. You can post a visual of you cleaning your work area, because people like when we say clean. Like if you're a customer, you're buying from someone who's making from in their home, and it's not in like a, you know, it's not in a secluded area. Post yourself cleaning the area. You can post cleaning the jars, because you have to clean out the jars before you put the product in, because, you know, I've seen jars with things inside of them, like not like things, but probably like dust. So post yourself cleaning the jars, You know, post yourself cleaning the products. You know, those are good content. Those are good content ideas. So definitely look into that as well. Next thing is, if you are very creative, do not take your creativity out of your products. What do I mean? If you're good at creating skits, create a skit for your product. Create a skit surrounding your products. Or if you have someone who you just start but you have a budget, pay someone to create a skit surrounding your product. What happens with that? Because if the skit go viral, your product goes viral. And this is something that you'd post on your reel, or 9 times out of 10 reel. Post things like that. So be creative with it. Don't hold back on your product. You know, if you want to get it out there to create for content, see if you can create a skit surrounding your product. Right? Another thing that goes hand in hand with that is the reel, because I know a lot of people is like, oh my gosh, reels. I don't want to post reels. Why do I have to post reels? Nobody wants to post reels. I don't like reels. Okay, sorry, that was probably annoying. But think about it. I'm not a fan of the reels thing either. But you cannot deny the fact that posting reels, it gets you a certain reach where you probably wouldn't regularly get when you post 1 and 2 posts. It does what I think reels gets a bad name, but I feel like it does what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go all out and post a million reels. But if you're doing a video, might as well you post it on reels so you can see if the attraction that you get from it after. So if you want to like get that type of reach and just continue to pumping out content, make sure you're making use of reels. I know a lot. If you don't want to do that and you want to just post a picture, then that's on you. Do your thing. But we cannot deny the fact that right now in the whole IG atmosphere, posting on reels is kind of it's up there. So create some videos. Before I say create some videos, this is something that I would do too. There's a lot of sounds on there. You can create your own sound, but there's a lot of sounds on there. Tie those sounds into your product. When I say create skits, tie those sounds into your product. Like for this one example, like I've seen this reel a lot, but like this person's like, get yourself one of these or something like that, and then the person will come and show their product. You can do that. There's a lot of reels that are created for small businesses. Like a lot of people just create reels for small businesses. Get behind that sound, do that voice over, jump on that and put your product in front of it. What are you waiting for? What are you scared of? Don't want to show your face? Don't show it. But jump on one of those reels. Do what there's a lot of ways to get in there. There's a lot of voiceovers that you can twist and turn to make it your own. Kind of nice it up and add your product to it. You can POV, point of view, and create a point of view that will tie your product into it. That's all you have to do, and use the sound, and it's good to go, because you never know who's going to attract and who's going to draw to your profile. Just make sure when they come to your profile, it looks like a profile that they want to follow, or even if it's not a profile they want to follow, make sure they know what this profile is about. Okay, don't just have like one post on there. Make sure they can see stuff there. Like for example, another example is POV. Your customer says she exfoliates every day, and then there's a sound on it that's like, how about no? That would be a good one, right? So tie it in. I think you got this. Tie it in. Next, so another post that I see all the time in skincare, skincare Instagrams, is how to layer your skincare. So this goes hand in hand with how to use your product, but this is just like a more detailed version of that post. How to layer your skincare. You cannot tell me that will not help. So there's some people who are just getting into skincare. They don't know how to layer. They don't know if the scrub goes first, the serum goes first, then your scrub, or the soap, or your cleanse after. They don't know what to do. So this is where you come in. You're going to post how to layer your skincare so they know what to do. And that is a post idea. Like that's a post idea. That's a post for one day. If you want to post one for the day, that's a post. Like you can literally post that for one day, and it will do what it was supposed to do. Another post idea is seasonal skincare tips. So if you're anything like me or a lot of people out there, your skincare, it depends on the season. Like good skin for you, good proper, smooth skin, or just like, now it doesn't even have to be smooth, but like, functional skin depends on the season. And based on the season, your skincare has changed. So depending on the season, you have to go change your skincare. People don't say that a lot, but it's so true. Like for me, like winter time, my skincare have to change because I'm not going to go. I know the regular moisturizers, you know, you could put on during the summertime. I can't do that during the winter, even no matter how hydrating it is. I can't put that on alone and go outside, depending on how cold it is. I have to put some extra, probably like a Vaseline, or put some oil over my face, over my moisturizer. I can't just do it alone. But in the summertime, for me, I do not need a lot of oils. I can do like just a moisturizer. I'm not going to pack my face up with a lot of stuff. So skincare, seasonal skincare tips is a plus, and I'm gonna probably show an example of one. I'm gonna just Google one and show you. But yeah, do seasonal skincare tips, because different season, different skincare reaction, different season your skin are gonna react differently. So definitely do some seasonal skincare tips, right? Now this is a good one, probably underestimated as well. If you do pop-up shops, you need to be taking out that camera and you need to be click, 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 click. You need to be taking pictures, right? Because why I gotta do that? Because this is content for your Instagram. You can take a picture of your pop-up, post it on your Instagram, thank people for coming out, say, hey, don't miss the next one. Content. Take pictures of your customer holding up your products. I'm gonna show an example of one here. Take pictures of your customers holding up our products, okay? Take pictures of your customers, you know, like in the process of purchasing. That's the thing with pop-ups. You get good content. Take pictures of your customers in the process of purchasing. You know, you can ask them if you can post it, and you post it. So you need pictures of your customers with the products. And even if you don't have a pop-up, when your customers get a shipment, you know, say, hey, can you do a little video for me so I can post on my page? And take that video, post it on your page. You know, have them have it in their hand in their home or something, and take that video, post it on your page, because guess what? That's content for you as well. And that can, you know, create a little bit of trust with potential customers as well. Next, you can post skincare humor. And everybody's just like, oh my god, skincare humor. Yeah, post skincare humor. What is that? Like, what are you talking about, right? Skincare humor, like I've never heard of that before. Yeah, you have. What you can do is go on Google, look up skincare humor. I'm gonna post an example of one here. When you find that example, you can take that post and repost it, but I see a lot of people do too, because nobody really owns some of this humor. Take the text out, write it out on your own post, and post it on your profile, because it's skincare humor. So that's a good way to, you know, to create engagement. A lot of skincare humor posts, that's an engagement post, because people might see it and they will like it, they'll comment laughing emoji, or they'll respond to it, you know, try to say something about it, say, oh, you know, I can relate, something like that. So that's good for engagement. So skincare humor. Yeah, and that's something that you can add into your, you know, your posting plan, right? Okay, I hope you like that one. Go ahead and post it, you know. Create a humor, because if it made you laugh, 9 times out of 10 it might make them laugh too, and it can help your profile. So definitely go ahead and post that. Next, tell your customer which product is best for them. What do I mean by that? For example, you have a whole bunch of products. Your customer has dry skin. They don't know where to start, what to buy, how to buy it, what should use, what's good for them, what's not. They don't know anything. They just see all your products and here say good. So what you can post on your profile is, if you have dry skin, use this product of mine. Or you don't even have to go straight into that, because that's straight to selling. You can be like, post a picture. You probably can post a picture of the product, and in the description, or if it's a carousel, next slide, this is our exfoliating moisturizing coffee scrub. If you suffer from super dry skin, especially during the winter months, tell them this product is the best product if you have this problem. This product is the best product if you have product B. This problem is let them know what they should get, because then it's kind of makes their life easier, and customers like when they have easier lives. So why not, guide them to it. When they go on their website, they just want to purchase. So guide them to what they need to get for themselves. Next, you want to post IG reminders. I'm not an Instagram coach or something. Why do I need to post IG reminders, right? Okay, so not like that. I'm going to show an example of it, because I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Like, for example, I'm going to read it here. I think I have one here, but I'll post a picture. It's example reminder: don't skip your sunscreen today, or don't forget to exfoliate, or don't forget to cleanse. So that's a reminder. and it will have like a nice background. It will have a nice background, and then you can put the text there. You know, don't forget, put the reminder text of the cell phone, because some of some of these platforms have the templates, and you could go ahead and put the reminder in. I'm actually going to just show you one because I feel like saying it isn't doing it any justice. But what I want to point out is when you do this, you can post this on a reel, or you can post this on just your regular grid. It's up to you, but you can definitely do it on, you know, on a reel as well. So yeah, that's another one. Another one you want to consider is debunking myths. So I know you've heard this all the time. You probably hear this all the time with, you know, other creators just talking about other niches as well. But it's a great thing to do. Debunk a myth about skincare. Like, for example, and this example can also be used if you're doing a reel, like a voiceover. So let's debunk a myth. Let's do an example. Customer says using a product 5 times a week. Using a product 5 times a week is what helps you get smooth skincare. You can put POV and then write underneath it, this isn't, you know, you can write underneath it, this isn't the truth. You do not have to exfoliate that much. You can do 2 to 3 times a week, and that will be good. Sometimes over, and then explain about, you know, the dangers of over exfoliating. So that's something, you know, if you understand where I'm going with this, so that's something that you can consider posting. So debunk a myth about your products, debunk a myth about the ingredients in the products, you know, that can help your customers to trust you, because it shows that you understand the product and what it's about, and you're explaining to them what the product is about and how they should use it as well. Okay, you can also reassure them that all skin, like all our skins, it's not the same. Like, we're all different. So different, a result that someone else got, you might not get. So you can tell them that as well. Like, what someone else got, you might not get that result because you and them don't have the same skin. But you know, your result is based on your skin and your skin, your diet, and the product that you choose to use. So you can do that as well. Next, you can post what your product will do. So if you use X product 2 to 3 times a week, it will do X, which will result in X, right? So if you use this scrub, it will help to exfoliate your skin and remove dead skin cells, which will result in smoother skin, if that makes sense. I feel like I said that earlier, but yeah, that's another one. Another thing you could do, which is underestimated, I think, is ask your customers questions on your Instagram. Like, there can be a post about a question, because I did this a few times and I got engagement because people were answering the questions in the comment section, which is good for engagement, right? So you ever seen even one of those, like those blogs, Instagram blogs, and they're just asking questions or they're just saying POVs and people engage? That's because people can relate and they want to talk about it. So you can ask your customers questions, right? I have an example here. Do you exfoliate often? That can be a question, and you can answer it in the next slide for yourself and say sometimes, often, maybe. And then in the engagement, they might say sometimes I do, often, or not at all. You know, they can respond that way, because you want to put that in the slides, and you can also put that in the description back in and drop your answers below. Let us know how often you exfoliate, or if you don't exfoliate at all, right? That can bring engagement. You can also ask, do you have a skincare routine? Because I did that once and people answered, you know, they were like, no. And some people say yes, some people say they don't really care about it. And then you can, when you write the question, do you have an skincare routine? In the description, you can go ahead and say, you know, this is why it's important to have one. But, and then you can also say, but if you don't have one, you can start slow, you know, something along that line. So if you have another product, you can kind of follow that guideline as well. So number 26 is do's and don'ts for your products. So you can be like, you know, and especially for your products and for the season, like for example, if it's like winter, you can say, don't forget, like you can be like, don't forget your moisturizer, or, you know, whatever it is that you sell in the winter time, because you will need it for X, Y, and Z. And then you can say, do use X product during the winter because it will help with this, you know, so something like that. So do like a contrast, so do do's and don'ts, right? You can even do a do's and don'ts for, like, you know, customers who may have questions about shipping, you know, things like that. So definitely do some do's and don'ts, some comparisons to help the customers. Next, you want to mention skin tips. So skin tips meaning just tips for your customers, tips your customers should know or may need to know about the product when using the product, or just about skincare, and you know, doing like I mentioned about different seasons. Just give them, you can just keep, you know, pushing out tips about skincare that will relate to your product or just relate to your industry overall. So skincare tips are good post ideas as well. The next thing you want is probably like impact type of post. So talk about something, if it's skincare, talk about something that will impact their skincare while, you know, trying to clear their skin or while trying to get a desired result. So for example, a lot of people talk about their skin and breaking out, and while they're on a skincare routine and trying to maintain proper skincare, they also have a horrible diet, which is counterproductive because that might lead to your skincare becoming worse. Even though you're trying on the outside, you also have to try on the inside, right? So that's something that you can talk about and let your customers know, like, hey, this is something that you have to take into consideration when trying to get a desired skin result, right? All right, so I hope this list was detailed enough, helpful, and gave you some ideas, especially if you're just starting out. Even if you're not just starting out, just gave you some content ideas, because I know creating content overall is so hard. Even I struggle with creating content. Do you not see me posting once or twice a month nowadays? Because I'm trying to come up with a content. So I know it can be a struggle sometimes. And I hope this helped, man. I just want this to, if you're out there and you watch this and you feel like this helped you, drop it in the comment section and say, you know, these were helpful. You know, let me know that this video was helpful to you. I just want to know that this worked for you, like you like it, you know. If you made it this far, like, if you want to, you can leave a comment, and if you feel like you want to take it a step further, you can subscribe if you like my content.